Check out these satellite images of Lake Okeechobee. They give us a look at how concentrated and where the blue-green algae is on the lake. Now, in the Caloosahatchee estuary, it's not that easy. The waterway is too small to use that kind of satellite technology.
But as Wink News environmental reporter Liz Byro explains, one group developed a way to track toxic algae as it moves through the river.
The Caloosahatchee estuary is 27 miles long, transitioning from freshwater to brackish to salt, stretching from the Franklin Lock to Shell Point. Just as the water flows, so can blue-green algae, which is why Eric Milbrandt and other researchers from the Sanibel Captiva Conservation Foundation team are working to track toxic algae blooms.
We're really interested in the fate of the bloom, not only when it's in its most strong growth phase, but also as it moves through the estuary.
Blue-green algae, or cyanobacteria, is a freshwater bloom. It doesn't do well in saltier water.
So we want to understand how that impacts the estuary, whether it's releasing nutrients and toxins, whether it's still producing toxins as it starts to senesce and die. And eventually it'll sink, which causes decomposition processes using up oxygen and potentially causing problems for fish.
Tracking a bloom in real time keeps us and wildlife safe. Depending on the model, researchers estimate a bloom moves about 5 miles down the Caloosahatchee every 3 to 4 days. The factors put into these models to predict where a bloom goes include wind direction and speed, depth, water flows from Lake O, the tides, and more.
Our plan was always to sample, find the bloom, sample it, and then come back 3 or 4 days later to where it was predicted to be.
The team found a bloom in downtown Fort Myers, used the models to track it days later near J.C. Park, and after a total of 7 days, tracked the bloom between the Cape Coral Bridge and Shell Point, shedding light on how it grows and disappears. Liz Byro, Wink News.
Liz, thanks. SCCF is also collaborating with researchers and modeling scientists on the East Coast in the St. Lucie estuary to continue to expand and understand Lake Okeechobee and our coastal estuaries.